Howdy. I live in my camper. Specifically, I live in a cabin on the back of a 2002 F-250 Super Duty. And living like this, I get a few questions pretty often, and I think they're the kind of common questions that the van life community gets. And I'd like to kind of share my experience with it and share my advice about it. I'm going to be doing kind of like a mini series about it. It's going to be 3 different videos, one video talking about each of the topics. And the first topic is, where do you go to the bathroom? And I was thinking about it all day and actually wrote down a couple of different options of places that you could kind of hypothetically use that I haven't used. But I've also written down a lot of the things that I've done specifically, or that I've like resources that I've utilized. Here are the ones that I have used, that I have utilized. So for those who don't know, I do live the like semi-nomadic lifestyle, I guess, but I do live in one town. Like, I stay local to one town. I do work a full-time job. Because of that, a lot of the times if I have to use the bathroom, I just go at work. Like, I'm there 10 hours a day, 4 days a week. I can just use the bathroom at work, and that's a pretty good solution for me. The other one, I climb at a specific climbing gym called Ascent Studio, and a lot of times I'll just use the bathroom there too. Gas stations are another really big one. Like, living this kind of lifestyle, you're pretty attached to gas stations, be it good or bad. I'm either getting fuel or getting energy drinks, so I'm at gas stations pretty often. Grocery stores. Most grocery stores have public bathrooms, and they're normally pretty clean. Like, they're normally not bad options, so that's another pretty solid place to go. The next one that I have written down is friends' houses / my girlfriend's house. Like, I will hang out with people pretty often, and if we're hanging out at someone's house, if I have to use the bathroom, I'll normally just ask like, hey, do you mind if I use your bathroom? And I have yet to have a single person say like, no, dude, that's weird. The next one is not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but living this lifestyle, I'm able to be pretty like off-grid and just kind of like out in the middle of nowhere. So if I'm really out in the middle of nowhere, I can just go in the woods. You know, I've made this video before. I've made another video like a year or two ago about like how I shit in the truck. In that video, I actually had like a gardening trowel, and that was the exact gardening trowel that I bought to be able to go to the bathroom in the middle of nowhere. And I used it in Alaska and throughout Canada, and I think even like a couple times here in Colorado. And I actually don't know where that gardening trowel is right now because I have these other options. But yeah, they're a really good resource to have. Like, you can use just a stick and kind of like dig a cat hole. But yeah, just like having like a little, like a shovel or a gardening trowel or something to dig a hole with. If you're super isolated and you don't have to worry about people like coming up out of nowhere, that's a pretty good option. The next one is one of my favorite options. I love the idea of being very contained to the truck and like staying in the truck when I want to. So I use the Clean Waste Go Anywhere portable toilet. It's very slim, it's easy to store, and it's effectively just a 5-gallon bucket, but nice. This thing is pretty sweet. It is very, very simple. You fold out 3 legs like that. You put it down, you push these 2 tabs, and this is effectively the toilet. The lid always falls off, so I normally just end up taking it off. But you lift this, and these wag bags, I'll put a picture of what they look like in the packaging right here. You would just put that in here, fold the top of the bag around this, and then put the seat down, and there you go. You have a toilet. And if I have to pee, I just use like a Gatorade bottle or something. Normally by the time I finish drinking it, I have to, you know, and it's now empty, so it can. This is a pretty short video. I really just wanted to answer questions that I had when I first started living like this and kind of before I started living like this. These are normally the questions that get people uncomfortable about the idea of living like this, and they're like, I don't know if I can do that. Where would I even go to the bathroom? I haven't tried these, but I wrote down ones that I have tried, which I listed earlier, and some that I haven't tried, but theoretically could also work. Restaurants. Restaurants always have bathrooms. If you go in very polite and just ask very politely, like, hey, I'm so sorry to bother you. Would you mind if I used your restroom? More times than not, they're gonna say like, yeah, it's fine. It's right over there. Same goes for hotels. If you do go in and you're just polite, odds are these places are going to be fine with you using their bathroom, unless it's like an employee only bathroom, in which case you're kind of hosed. If you guys did like this video, I know it's mega short, but if you guys did like this video, stay tuned because I'm going to be releasing another video. That video I'm going to be talking about showering and where I shower, where I have showered, and where I've heard that other people do shower as well that live this kind of like nomadic or semi-nomadic lifestyle. And the one after that is going to be the one that most people have questions about, and that's where to sleep. I know I'm not the only channel making these videos. There's hundreds of channels making the exact same video that have way more information. What I really would love out of this little series is to hopefully just answer some questions and maybe even like help somebody out if they're wanting to live this lifestyle, but they might not know what kind of resources they would have, or, you know, if they're a little spooked about, I don't know where to go to the bathroom. Like, I don't know where to shower. Like, I have to shower. So like, I can't live without that. I can't live this lifestyle. You definitely can. There are so many different options for comforts like that. And if this video can help you out, I would love that. So if you guys do have any recommendations of where you would use the bathroom if you live this kind of lifestyle, or if you do live in a van or camper or whatever, and you have different experiences with where you've been able to use the bathroom, leave it down in the comments below. It could really help somebody out. I would love to know. So that's really it for this video. Like I said, it's super short, but if you guys do want to follow along, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and I'll see you next time. See ya.